Hello, good yo-yo people. I'm Nate. I'm a sponsored player by G Squared Yo-Yos, and this is another episode of Nate Reviews Yo-Yos. Today, I am reviewing The Gamer by Rain City Skills. This is my review of The Gamer. This is the in the hand section. What does it actually feel like in the hand before I throw it? Before I actually talk about the in the hand, I wanted to talk about some of what's in the package in here. This yo-yo is meant to be tug responsive, mostly. You could also play unresponsive. I believe it's going to be running 40 USD, so that's pretty solid. And what comes with it is really solid too. It has this little pouch here that comes in it, and everything that you need for beginning yo-yoing is all in here. So you don't have to go and buy all those things separately. That's pretty rad. We have here, almost dropped it. We have here a bearing removal tool. We have, we also have a slimline bearing. So if you're very new to yo-yoing, you could throw this in, and you're not going to get super frustrated with that. Now that you're not going to have that in for very long. We also have these little caps on here, which are Lego caps, so you can actually you can do finger spinning on that. The hubs on here take Lego pieces, so pretty cool. So you could add some extra flair to that too with any other Lego pieces. So you have two of those, for one for each side. Also comes in here a set of 4 extra pads. So as they wear down, you have plenty to work with. And then also some thick lube. This is by this is Snake Bite Venom Thick Lube. I've actually never used this before until this yo-yo. I really like it. For most of the thick lube that I use YoMega Brain Lube, which I think is still the best. Anyways, let's get into the yo-yo itself. You know, one of the cool things about this whole project that they're doing, it's very much a passion, love project. Everything's in the details, even the colorways. So we have, this is the Pokemon colorway, and you have all 3 colors of all 3 teams, red, blue, and yellow here. It looks really nice spinning as well. The shape of the Gamer is very reminiscent, intentionally, of the SB Silver Bullet by Tom Kuhn Yo-Yos, which is a small size bearing yo-yo, tug responsive, a classic. It's a great yo-yo, great metal aluminum yo-yo. And you can still buy them, and they're great. But this shape is kind of based off of that. Very slimline, organic, lots of rim weight on there. A lot more rim weight than you have on the SB. It can play unresponsive. I'm not really going to play unresponsive. I have, and I think it plays well for that. But really, this yo-yo was meant to play tug responsive, I believe. And the way it was designed was to play like that. So that's how I'm going to play it. And so it came with a concave bearing. Then I went ahead and lubed up a lot with the Venom Venom Bite or Snake Bite Venom thick lube here. And I lubed it up quite a bit, and so it's not going anywhere. I'm not really going to play unresponsive with this yo-yo. I feel like it plays much better with the tug response. So let's go see actually how it plays on the string. All right, welcome back to the on the string section. All right, now I got to review a couple weeks ago the Deep State by One Drop, which they're claiming to be sort of a semi-responsive. There's been a little bit of drama, I don't know if you want to call it that, but there's been some talk, rather, on the buy-sell trade I saw the other day about, you know, is semi-responsive even a thing? And I'm not really going to tell you my opinion on it. I don't think it really matters for this review. But if you were to call something semi-responsive, that's what you have here. I lubed this up really solid, and you're still getting a little bit of kickback. So you're not necessarily going to have those snappy starts like you'd have on a looping yo-yo. So I have a little bit It kicks back just a little bit, similar to the Deep State. Now, actually, on the Deep State, I threw in some brain lube after that review, and it plays exactly like I want it. I wish I had done that earlier. Brain lube is the stuff. So I might actually do that with this one as well, put some in there. I think the other thing that would really help this yo-yo being completely tug responsive to where I'd want it, so you're not really getting any of that, kickback at all. I would probably go ahead and put a flat bearing in here instead of a concave bearing. I think that might work a little bit better. The one thing I would say though about this yo-yo, the weight. Overall, I really like the feel in the hand. I really like the way it plays. It does have a fair amount of vibe on the one I have, but nothing that really I complain about on the string. It's okay. But let's talk about the weight, because I think that's important for a tug responsive yo-yo. I don't think it's going to necessarily hurt you. One of the things that, it's just because the timing, and One Drop was talking about the Deep State and how they basically had made a yo-yo that was twice as heavy as the one they produced eventually. And with that, they really felt like if you have a yo-yo that's too heavy, on a tug response, that it's really going to hurt you, and you're going to have to be careful. I wouldn't necessarily play this yo-yo as something I would do a lot of stalls with, because you can throw fairly light, but you see how even there it kicked back quite a bit. I have to throw pretty light, and then it's not grabbing like I want it to grab, so it's grabbing too late. Again, maybe putting a flat bearing in there would fix that a little bit, but I'm trying to play it as it would come out of the box. So yeah, if I could actually land a kick flip, but it's not horrible, but I would like to see a good 5 grams, maybe even more, cut off of this and see what that would have played like. One nice thing about that weight is it does get some really solid spin times for a tug responsive yo-yo, so you're going to be able to pull off longer tricks, but you just got to be careful how hard you actually throw that on a catch. And so if you're a little kid, and this might be the first yo-yo you're picking up, you just got to be careful with it and learn how, learn really quickly, as most of us learn at one time or another, that yo-yos are a toy, but they deserve respect, or else they're gonna hurt you. All right, so let's actually throw a trick here. I really like the Gamer for tricks like that. Again, I wouldn't recommend it for a lot of stalls. It has way too much weight and tug on it for those sort of tricks. So if you're looking for a ball bearing metal yo-yo that's going to be ideal for the same kind of tricks that you do on a fixie, I wouldn't necessarily recommend the Gamer. I don't really think it works best for that. I think it works really best for tricks that you can pull off a little longer, that you're just gonna have to do a tug response for, and I think that's what it does really well, and I think that's okay. I don't think it needs to do every type of responsive trick. I think there's different categories that you don't really see too much anymore. People assume that if it's tug responsive at all, that it should be a kind of yo-yo that you do fixie tricks on, and I don't necessarily think that should be true. I think there's a style to modern fixie tricks that just, quite frankly, fixies can only do. I really like the Gamer. It has a lot of soul to it, from everything from the shape of it and the retro sort of nostalgic shape, to the color choices and the naming. Everything's very well thought out, to the packaging, to everything that comes with it. It's a good beginner starter yo-yo for anybody getting into yo-yoing for the first time that doesn't want to break the bank. That is my review of the Gamer. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you check out everything in the description box and information about myself and my sponsors. So make sure you like this video, comment, and make sure you subscribe if you've not already subscribed. That's my review of the Gamer by Rain City Skills. Good day and good yo-yo.